Hi, and welcome to the Waggin Train of Thought. Today is Friday, March 13th, and we're going to do it a little out of our normal date and planning today. And the reason why is because I want to address the coronavirus that's all over the news. I know, like a lot of you guys, you're probably tired of hearing the name of it, and so am I, but there are a few points that I just wanted to address to clear up any questions, not only about the virus in general, but also how it relates to you and or your pet. So first thing, there has been a canine coronavirus that has been in existence since 1974. This is not it. The virus that I have been dealing with for the majority of my career causes gastrointestinal signs, very similar to parvo. It was not very common at all. In fact, in my 21 years of medicine, I don't know that I've ever seen a case that was definitively diagnosed as corona. But I just want to point out that this is different. For those of you that may know what goes in vaccines and that kind of thing, there used to be for years, there still is, a corona vaccine out there. This is not the same bug we're talking about. So, switching gears, what this one is a relative of the SARS virus. It really is. I did some research today. Technically speaking, this particular virus is called SARS-CoV-2. Like the second generation, if you will, of the SARS virus that was discovered years ago. The disease itself is what is being called COVID-19. That's Coronavirus Disease 2019 is what it stands for. So it's not the virus itself, it's the disease that this virus causes. So I just thought that was interesting, and I had never heard that before in the mass media, so I just thought I'd clear that up for you. Couple things. I'm not going to go into the human side of this very much. That's not what my degree is in, so I'm not going to do that. Most of you know, if you've watched TV on any channel, any network for probably the last 4 or 5 days, it is primarily a respiratory thing. SARS stands for Severe Acute Respiratory Disease, and that's exactly what it causes. Coughing, sneezing, fever, those kind of things, that's what it can do in people. Let me get back in my comfort zone. Animals. What does it do in animals? And the answer right now is nothing. Nothing. There is no scientific evidence to prove at this point that it can infect or certainly not cause clinical signs in a dog. There has been no dog to date in the world that has shown clinical signs and been confirmed with this coronavirus. I will be clear, there has been one dog, as of this talk right now, that has tested positive for coronavirus. It was owned by a human who tested positive for the virus themselves, and that dog tested positive for it. But let me be clear, the dog does not have clinical signs. It was purely tested. I think they did a nasal swab on the dog, and it tested positive on 2 consecutive tests. It is not ill. It is being cared for. It's being in quarantine right now, and it's being cared for, and it shows 0 signs of clinical illness. So that's the take-home part with the point with these guys. For me, what I do for a living, for those of you that own pets, do you have anything to be worried about with your pets on a daily basis? And the answer right now is no. Now listen, the jury is still out. This is all still very new. It's all still really evolving. But to this point, all scientific evidence we have says that your dogs will not become clinically ill and cannot give the virus, from them to you. So there should be of little to no concern there. There might be, if anybody, God forbid, would test positive for the virus, it might be wise to have, it would be wise to have someone else care for your animals, dog or cat for that matter, just to not take a chance. Why? Because we don't know with 100% certainty yet. The last thing I'll say in reference to an animal, and this is true or thought to be true, we do believe that this virus was begun by a bat in China, where it started. The epicenter of this outbreak was thought to have emerged from like an open market where there was live animals and whatnot being traded, bought, sold, that kind of thing, and it is thought that it originated from a bat in, Wuhan, China? I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's where this is thought to have originated. So, all that being said, don't worry about your pets at this point. They are not a risk to give it to you, and even, God forbid, if they are exposed, they are not a risk to become ill, at least not at this point. No evidence suggests that. Always, always, always just use good common sense hygiene. I know that's what everybody's preaching, but guys, right now it's all we got. Wash your hands before and after you're handling them, especially if you're dealing with bodily fluids, that kind of thing. That goes for both people and for animals, just to be on the safe side. If you do want to look online, look at reputable sites. Go to the CDC's website, go to maybe the AVMA, which is where I got a lot of the facts that I'm quoting here. Go to a reputable site. I've so many people talking about they saw this on Facebook or they saw this on YouTube. I mean, come on, that's a joke. So I mean, any Joe Blow can get up there and put on a video. Look at a reputable site, people that know what they're talking about and do this for a living, and make your own assessments from there. Lastly, if you have any questions, you can reach us. If I don't know the answer, I can probably find the answer. So give us a buzz, check with our website, email us if you have to, but reach out if you have any questions, okay? Thanks guys, y'all take care, we'll talk soon, bye.